Morning everybody, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. So I'm just guessing that everybody watched the hit piece last night that Channel 4 did on auditors and citizen journalists, mainly focusing on AY Audits. It wasn't a good hit piece, it was poorly put together, and it's what they do. What they do is they already have a narrative, they go out, they take the footage, and they fit the footage to the narrative they've already written. It's blatantly obvious. Now, Channel 4, you have to understand what this organisation is. It is partially funded by the government, which is basically funded by the taxpayer, just like the BBC. So there is some amount of government control over what Channel 4 says. And you've got to take into consideration as well, Channel 4 is basically a bunch of lefties. They're a bunch of lefties. It's a news network by lefties for lefties. That's what it is. So when they put out a news report, they're just speaking to the choir. That's all they're doing. They're preaching to the choir. So you have to ask yourself a question. If the people you are putting this news out to already biased towards citizen journalists and auditors, why bother putting out a news report? Well, it has a more devious and insidious tactic behind it. That tactic is to alert social media platforms and advertisers that this person is of interest. Don't put your adverts on this person's videos. Don't give this person a platform. That's what they're doing it for. They're not doing it to alert people to auditors or citizen journalists. They're doing it to shut them down. They're doing it to deplatform them. It's a hit piece. It's designed to smear them and shut them down. Now, the interesting thing is, the footage they used, it was of an incident, AY Audits, where he was interacting with the police, and he was just, if they've actually played the whole thing, they would have shown AY Audits taking apart the police because they didn't know the law. They only showed certain parts where he was swearing at the police to make him look bad. That's what they did. They didn't show the whole thing. They didn't show the audit, which I think was up in Scotland, where he went into one of these illegal immigrant hotels and one of the staff members was racist towards him. She said, "We don't want it. We'd rather have these people up here than the English." It's on his channel. Go and watch it. But this is what they do. They only select the parts that fit their narrative. And this is why the mainstream media is dying as news organisations. They're dying. They're dying a death. Their viewership goes down every single day because of what they are. People know they're liars. The only people that watch them are the far left, are the Marxists. Nobody else watches them because they know they're liars. Joseph Goebbels would be immensely impressed by our mainstream media today because they're following his doctrine of if you tell a lie often enough, it becomes the truth. And that's why citizen journalists are now more than ever are more important. The auditors, the investigative journalists like Active Patriot, English Rose, Yorkshire Rose, sorry. All those people that go out and just film what is happening, they're important to our society. They are the truth bringers, and we need to protect them from the lies, the misinformation of the mainstream media, because they've got a vested interest in all of this. They see citizen journalists, auditors as a threat to them, because the citizen journalists, the auditors, are putting the mainstream media out of business. AY Audits, over the last 3 months, just him himself, 30 million views for his content. Some of the mainstream media would be happy with half of that, or even a quarter of that in 3 months. They don't get it anymore because people have woken up to their lies. The BBC, Channel 5, ITV, Channel 4. They've all been proven to be liars. They've all been proven to be merchants of misinformation. And so now, the only option they have is to attack the people who are doing their job, who should be doing their job. The new free press that's emerging, and that's me and that's you. We're the new free press. And they don't like that. We may not have been to university. We may not have got a journalism degree or whatever, but you don't need that. You don't need that. All you need to do is to take your camera out and point it and live stream. You don't even have to give a narrative. Point your camera, record what you see, because that's the unedited truth, and that's what these people fear with a passion. They fear the truth because the truth destroys them. It destroys them. It really does. I'm doing a live stream, 3 o'clock today. I'm going to be taking apart that hit piece by Channel 4, piece by piece. We're going to use evidence, we're going to have opinion, we'll have people coming in, we'll have people discussing it and their opinions on it as well. We're going to do what the mainstream media should do, analyse everything. Instead of just putting their opinion out there, a false opinion, a narrative created out of misinformation, we're going to investigate, we're going to analyse, we're going to add evidence, something they never do. This is Vindicator, signing off.